When you have #1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the SMU Mustangs, taking on another team from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So SMU's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show for this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the Mustangs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the left side. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quick release on the RPO. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Using his legs, it's Jamison. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that guy.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that.
Touchdown, SMU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Boston College Eagles offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting.
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Complete to the left. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Golden Eagles are on the move. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
To throw, it's Donald. Looking to buy time. The ball's free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. For just a second, let's take a big-picture view of SMU. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going in.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Golden Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Donald. Pocket breaking down. With the catch, it's Coffee. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Golden Eagles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, but they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Give to the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. There he goes to the right. The 20. He's at the touchdown Mustang. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Looking downfield, it's Donald. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the timing just a hair off.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They'll run the screen. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Castillo. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Meyer. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more of.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Eagles. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, SMU.
Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Leon. And that pass was knocked down, but the good defensive play is not going to stand. I think the D was in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me in the game.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Unloads quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quick release by the QB. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. The Mustangs are rolling down the field. Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Leon. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Mustangs want to move quickly.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. They go to the wide receiver screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Under fire. It's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, SMU.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Donald. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go?
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
That's caught. It's Duggan. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Both cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Mustangs racing to the line in a hurry up. Wants to throw. It's Leon. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
And the Mustangs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Man, did he pay for for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Here we go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Grabbed behind the line. It's Meyer. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Back to throw, it's Donald. Quick strike complete. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Bring in the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
There he goes.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Punts it out of the air. Still on his feet at the 45. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Off the RPO, complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. You just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The run from the shotgun. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Here comes the heat. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. BC back to work after picking up the first down. The give from the gun. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Boston College offense has it working. Got it in the middle, it's Meyer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 2nd down coming up. The give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Golden Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Gives it on the option. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. After that big run, the defense answers.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Scanning the field, it's Donald. Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. right down the boulevard. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Illinois is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 34 over Northwestern. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The screen, he can go! And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. They get to him as he throws. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Looking to pass. It's Donald. Snagged out of the air. Breaks the tackle. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Pass completion, moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He's into the open down the middle. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, SMU. The defense takes matters into its own hands. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Here's the pressure. Fires to the big fella. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. Going the other way, and he's got room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Mustangs. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
That's caught. It's Meyer. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for them.
Lofts one high and deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol.
Clear. Easy.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Mustangs will hustle to the line. They'll try to run for it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Leon. Fires to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense...
And a sack all the way back at the 5. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Just a hair too much on it for this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Hey, quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Now the toss. Makes it past the marker. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And the Mustangs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put...
Breaks into the open. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 19 in punt formation to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep this...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He was trying to get that return going instead. He'll hand it to his offense at the 38. To the air, it's Donald. Flips it out on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Eagles need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now up.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this.
Turning it on. He's at the 30. The 10. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
SMU 56, Boston College 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll do it himself on the draw. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Myers. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them.